let's get started. I'm giving you some free self-hypnosis therapy tools today. So, if you also have resource, you healer, you want to join. If you have question, you need some help, you just don't hesitate to join. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes and get started here. So, how is everybody this Sunday? Hope everybody's doing great. Everybody's having a good weekend. So, let's just wait a few minutes and we will get started. Alright. So, still waiting. Oops. Looks like I lost my features. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna start it anyway, and if you miss it, just watch the replay. It's good for 30 days, and I might upload it on my YouTube channel on Super Channel 30, and that's what you see. So, tips for self-help hypnosis. So the first thing that you should do, then you should just simply download a few hypnosis video. Start with MP3 where you just download your favorite, and if you're not somebody who like to take time to listen to during the day, or you keep forgetting, the first thing I would do is that I would just use it to go to sleep. So just pick a good sound voice that is mellow enough that it just doesn't keep you awake, and just start to use that before you go to sleep. That's tip number one to just kind of get you in the feel. Step number two is just starting to add like maybe an app in your phone. You might not look at it often, might not go, hey George, but it will be there, and try to do a notification in your calendar, so you just say, hey, I'm going to spend 15 minutes watching that hypnosis video once a week. So we start with your bedtime, this is audio, and then you actually watch one. The first step will be to start participating in live hypnosis session, so you feel more connected with other people. You might get bored at first, and you might think it's useless and it doesn't do anything, but just start getting into it. Slowly but surely, you're gonna start appreciating it a little bit more each time. Then I will suggest that then you start increasing the amount, and you start going a little deeper. So meaning that you start reading documentation and how to self-hypnosis yourself. So that's the next step. So like download a little guide and start reading about it. Then you can go on Kindle and you can start reading sample books that they are giving for free, and then you just start getting into it. You don't want to become an expert. You just kind of want to read a little bit of material, so next time you listen and watch, you kind of get a little more feel. After that, just go with the flow. Just pick the topics that interest you the most and start downloading, as many as you can, and then your subconscious will know which one to pick when it's time to listen. So let's say you always focus on stress, anxiety, or you just can't relax, or you have an addiction problem, or you just have relationship problem, you have weight loss problem, you have so many other things. So you start, just focus on getting the subject that matters to you. After now, let's say you're on your third week or close to a month, you included that into your life, but now your life becoming chaotic and you're so busy and you just start forgetting and you're just not doing much. Then what you can do is then you can download an app and actually not only reminds you to keep on checking and keep watching, but it forces you to just do your 10 minutes a day. But I think the best way for me is first I would take screenshots, my favorites. So when I look at my screenshot, I already remember, what I have to do, what I have to listen to. Second, I will do a repeat on my calendar. So you pick 1 or 2 days in your calendar at a time, and just by seeing it constantly, it's going to remind you that it's something you have to do. Now, when you say hypnosis, you're thinking, okay, so far we're talking about just like things I'm going to listen to. Is it really going to do something for me? Is it really going to help? It might not feel that way, but the best time is always before you go to sleep. So when you get to that theta sleep, when you in between the sleeping and between the awake phase, where in there's a delta and theta phase. So when you get to that phase, you will start absorbing. Remember, your subconscious knows everything, knows what you need. You don't know what you need, you don't know what you want, but your subconscious knows. So if you allowing to listen without even trying to absorb the information, it's just going to absorb itself on its own. So it's basically it's self-guided. So you have to believe that, you have to trust that. So you have to trust the process, basically. So after you continue to do that, but then after that, I would suggest that you actually start walking deeper. So start talking to people. You can even get your own certification, so you actually do some study about it and you learn. Or you can get a mentor or get somebody who are doing it, who has been doing it for years, get a professional. Join some groups, that's always a good idea, see what people say about feedback. But I would say that by talking to professional and sharing whatever you have and you actually need to work on, and you like to be you want to learn how to self-hypnosis yourself, so you can actually heal some of the mental struggles and the ones that you had experienced. That's the way, that will be the way to go. So it takes time. It takes time and commitment. It took me 4 or 5 years to really get into it. And there were times where I gave up. Time and commitment. It took me 4 or 5 years to really get into it. And there were times where I gave up. There were times when I didn't believe in it anymore. And but to commit myself to here, I decided to invest. So sometimes I'm investing $5 to $10 into some really, really good self-hypnotherapy audio.